למה? רציתי לדעת.
شو بدك تقول؟
كان راس يا عم هل كتب عليه انا بقول لي بنعبر وانت لا بقول لي بقول لي انت بديت
כן.
הבעיה.
רוצים לעבוד.
אפשר בבקשה תעודת זהות?
אבל זה לא מבלעים.
אז אי אפשר לעבור.
למה?
מי שלא מבילין, לא יכול לעבור. מי את בבקשה? Who are you, please?
Kathy Campaigner from the U.S.
אתה לא יכול לעבור.
لما
למה לא יכול לעבוד?
אתה מבילין?
كان بلاقيه
גם אני מבלעים. אבל אני רוצה לעבור אותם.
אי אפשר.
اخذ الحياه الهوي
תחכו מהגדר קודם כל. כולם ללכת לעמוד שמה. ללכת לעמוד שמה בבקשה.
למה?
ככה, אני רוצה שתלכו לעמוד שמה.
אני לא אגע בגדר.
לא משנה, אני רוצה שיהיה פה מסודר. כולם ללכת לשם.
וואחד מביא. בסדר, מתי אתה תפתח את השער? אני אלך.
לא, עכשיו אני רוצה שתלך לשם בבקשה.
למה?
לא רוצה לעבור, אל תעבור, אין בעיה.
شو
out of Belain, not allowed to them to enter from this gate like this. هيجي العمال المعلمين.
אני מבקש מכולם ללכת אחורה, אני אעביר אחד. בסדר? אפשר ללכת אחורה. עוד. זה מקום מסוים, בואו. אני רוצה שכולם יעמדו פה, בסדר? אתם רוצים לעבור? תעמדו פה.
מה הוא יתאפל? יש עוד אחד. شو كده بالبلوزة ايوه ارفعها تخافش عشان You are new here, yeah? How long you are here? 1 week?
What is Palestine? It's very little. You cannot even see it on the map. Even in the States, if you say Palestine, you will be questioned what is Palestine. So you relate Palestine to Israel in order to clarify what is Palestine. On the map there is Israel. So any little child in the States know about Israel maybe because it's on the map. Where is Palestine? There is nothing about Palestine. And I'm a Palestinian, so where am I from?
to Canada and I did my graduate studies there. And I was very surprised that people almost know nothing about the conflict. They know nothing about the Palestinian people. They just think that we eat people, right? We're just terrorists. Really?
They understand violence as or what they see. Seeing a tank, seeing a gun, seeing an airplane, seeing a soldier, but they don't see the structural violence. And this is actually the invisible part that people in the world are not realize and they're not aware of it. They are not understanding how Israel created a system that forces you to become obedient. And through that system, they control the whole of your life. What I mean in that, settlements, bypass roads, checkpoints, permission to travel outside, permission to enter Israel, permission to build a house, permission to live with you. I need a permission to live with my wife because she's from Jerusalem and I am from West Bank. If you go travel with a Palestinian car, you will notice like 100 meters before we reach the checkpoint, everybody will put their hands in their pockets. They will take their pairs and will check if they are carrying the ID. They wanted to be sure that they have the IDs, because if they don't carry it, they can't. It's not just that they can't go through, but they will have a lot of problems. Why they don't have it? They will stay for 2-3 hours. Maybe they will get beaten. It depends, you will never know. So immediately before reaching about 100 meters, they will check if they have their IDs. If not, they will leave the car because they don't want to go in trouble. And if they have it, they will keep it in their hands. They open it. And when they reach the soldier, they will give him the ID, show it. And this is what we're telling them, that we don't want to do this. Part of your resistance is to stop cooperating and to stop making things easier for the soldiers. You don't need to check your ID when you reach the checkpoint. Just keep it in your pocket, and when you reach the checkpoint, wait till the soldier asks you for the ID, and then give it to the soldier. We will not tell you not to give it to the soldier, and that's what we try to go through during the training, to break this conditioning, to put an end to it. And the moment we put that into it, people will become more ready to join non-violence resistance.
And this is one for you, Captain. You need to read it. It helps you. It helps you. Hello.
Part of our purpose is to bring it out into the open and to influence Israeli public opinion, to make the Israeli public aware of what they actually sanction through their government at these checkposts, where they prevent people from going to work, from going to school, from getting medical services that they need, because they cannot leave their villages. This is a checkpoint which is, in my opinion, completely superfluous, because it doesn't prevent people going into Israel, because these people don't want to go into Israel. And there are a lot of checkpoints elsewhere in the open field that very often our women also do not reach, where people are prevented from leaving their villages. They just can't leave, and the villages are small, and they don't have medical services, and they don't have educational facilities, and they can just, and people live in different relatives, weddings, funerals. People just cannot see each other. And also we are a women's group, so we are older women. You can see, I mean, I'm a grandmother, and many of my friends are grandmothers, and we are women, which sort of lowers the pressure, and you know, women are also less violent usually. It's also a moderating thing. In other words, we want to show a presence, we want to monitor these checkpoints. We bring out reports, it's very important.
In Palestine, it is not easy to protect your dignity. You can be undignified at a checkpoint, or once you want to go to collect the olives from behind the wall that is in gross and it's getting bigger. Once you cannot go to a village because it's taken away by settlers to expand another settlement within the Palestinian territories. Once you cannot go to meet your colleague in Gaza for a strategic planning for your work here or there. The Palestinian territories, it is like living into cantons or sometimes prisons.
وين حياتهم؟
هوية رايحين عند الذي شفت بالله ايه الهوية للغنمة
وين الهوية؟ You're telling us to take the IDs of the sheep.
The village of Atwani is one of the poorest parts of the West Bank. They don't have electricity, they don't have water. They have just one school with a demolition order, so it's an illegal school. And they received a proposal from the Israeli government to move away from this area that is declared a firing zone. This village was under a great harassment and violence from settlers from one side and from the police and the Israeli army on the other side. So they asked for international permanent presence to try to decrease daily violence on this village. Our main work at the beginning was to patrol the children to school from the villages around, Tuba and other villages to Tuani, that is the main village of the area. We did it for a couple of months, and we were attacked by settlers 5 times, with some of the volunteers and the Palestinian injured, someone very seriously. After that, the situation went to the Knesset, and we obtained to have an escort, an official escort from the Israeli government. So every day, a police and army patrol escort the children from Tuba to school and back. In the last 4 years, no one of the shepherds was allowed to go and graze their flocks. So we went with them to prevent the attack from settlers and to permit them to reach their fields. What is happening in the last months is that this pressure on the settlement obtained the reaction of the settlers. They are really violent against the shepherds. They shoot on them, they beat them with sticks and chains. We have a very bad period with a poisoning month in which the settlers from Abat Maon settlement put poison on the land. There were barley seeds boiled with a very toxic poison. The name is 2-fluoroacetamide. That is a very highly toxic. All the land around here is poisoned. We try to clean a little bit, but the Israeli army forbid us because they say that this is firing zone, so we can't enter to clean it. That means that next season we will have the same problem. We have gazelle dead, stork, squirrel, more than 25 sheep, and more than 100 sheep poisoned. That means for these villages to have milk, cheese, and meat poisoned. At the moment, we are under an humanitarian emergency. The United Nations give us food and food for sheep and feed. Normally, they can survive, but with 2 or 3 of this action from the settlement during the year, the self-sustenance of the village get down and down.